I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
So if I told you I'm from the government and I'm here to help, what would you say?
I would probably run.
Gonna never speak the truth. Lie to you all the time.
Let me see some ID.
Thank you. Okay.
For the help.
Well, I'd probably ask you how you were going to help.
Julie is a very unique person.
I met Ken Messina through my insurance agent, George Blaisdell. I think everybody probably knows George.
That's me.
I was frustrated with unemployment. I have a school bus company of about 150 school bus drivers, of which many collect unemployment.
So Julie would always complain. Every time I saw her, I would say, housing insurance. Oh, let me tell you about the state of Massachusetts.
He would hear me rant and rave and talk about the frustrations I was having with our state with unemployment.
It was the world was against the Vendetti Bus Company.
So one day he says, hey, I can help you. I have a friend. George has many friends, so I kind of took it with one ear, went out the other ear.
And it took me a while to convince her to have the meeting, because she goes, no one's going to help me. No one's going to help me.
I had no time for this man. Who does he think he is? He works from the state. My respect level was like going nowhere.
He met with Julie and got an earful right out of the gate.
And he was very friendly. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Ken Messina. I'm with Rapid Response. And the better half kind of took over me, and I was like, wow. Nice to meet you. This is my problem.
And I didn't really tell him a whole lot.
I was on hold with the state.
And this would be wrong, and this wouldn't get paid. And all the bus drivers blamed her because nothing was going right.
He sat down, he listened, which was wonderful because you never have the opportunity to talk with someone from the state face to face.
I said, she really needs your help, and there's a whole bunch of opportunities there for you. Just go in and listen to her.
So I talked with Ken. I talked a lot with Ken.
Kenny, right from the meeting, called all his counterparts in the state of Massachusetts.
One of the directors in his office at Rapid Response. They were very helpful. Come to find out, my drivers were answering the questions wrong on the claims.
But the bottom line is, at the end of the meeting, he solved every issue that she had. She was blown away.
And he said, well, why don't I have my staff come out and meet with all your drivers? And that was just fantastic.
And when she called me to thank me, she was almost in tears.
Ken simply helped me streamline the whole process. He hooked me up with the right people and the right departments.
She was so relieved, and everything had changed. She was almost in disbelief. It was like an epiphany.
I definitely would recommend Rapid Response. It has definitely given me an ease of how I handle my business. I was really, really skeptical at first, but it turns out the government really did help me.
You were the government, you were here to help. I would say help us any way you could.
I know better. The government doesn't help anybody.
I'm from the government and I'm here to help you.
I just probably laugh.
Why would you laugh?
I don't think they're out to help the common people.
You're running away. Where are you going?
Honestly, I wouldn't know because we're from Miami.
How are you helping?
I found out about BizWorks through George Blaisdell. He was our insurance broker.
What happened with Barbara is that there was a situation where an employee of theirs got tragically injured in a workers' comp situation. It was paralytic.
I had called BizWorks to talk about some of the programs they offered, and then coincidentally, in the interim, we had had an accident on site.
Made national news the day before Kenny Messina was going to meet with the company.
We were a little bit leery how they would respond.
The company was terrified that OSHA and all these agencies were going to descend upon them like vultures.
It turned out it was completely the opposite. They came in and they were so helpful. They wanted to make sure that we were compliant and with no strings attached.
Kenny stepped in, brought in the right people, gave them guidance, and it all worked out perfectly.
When they came in, they mentioned that they had a training grant available that we could apply for. They made the process so easy for us. A month or two later, we were awarded a grant for $25,000 for training.
I've been working with Kenny Messina and Rapid Response for 15 years. When they say they're going to help, they help. There's no need to run from the government.